Hey, Inspired Tribe, how's it going? Welcome to another Inspired Conversation. Today, we have a very special guest from Ontario, Canada, Tim Coderre. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Tim, you're involved in one of the biggest movements that are happening on the planet right now, the Convoy to Ottawa. I think 50,000 plus truckers, probably 70,000 plus truckers right now on their way to Ottawa. Can you please tell us what this is all about, what's happening, the numbers, the facts, and most importantly, the mission statement? Why is this happening?
I can't say where it all began, but when Canadians started to see that people, blue collar workers who were threatened with job loss simply due to the fact that they wanted to have reservations about a therapy and treatment, their job loss sparked obviously fear, and then eventually it worked into we have to fight back and reacquire our rights again. So it's been a slow roll, but they went out earlier in the fall. I went down to Ottawa the first time. They served the MOU to the Senate there. They came back, reorganized, got connected, and now when word got out, I think it was just the right timing. People they're fed up with job loss for simply not complying to a forced vaccination. We are pro-choice. We are not anti-vax. I personally don't want to be vaxxed for various reasons. And this is just steamrolled and it's taken hold. And now we're getting, I don't know if the numbers that you say are accurate, but I just got a report out of Winnipeg. They had the whole town from one end to the other convoyed. They had the convoy was so long that the entire city was basically inundated by the convoy, and there was spillage over on each end of the city after they had gone through it.
That's amazing. So basically, the mission statement is easy. The truckers are on a road and on their way to Ottawa with the support of now hundreds of thousands and potentially, I think, millions of people right now, as it seems, simply to reestablish freedom and autonomy over their medical choices and over their bodies and the bodies of all Canadians, right? I mean, this is what this is about. This is not about fighting a vaccine per se or experimental gene therapy, but simply saying we are free people and we have the right to choose what we put into our bodies. Is that correct?
Absolutely. And you know, if a person wants to voluntarily make that choice, we're not objectionable to that. We're just objectionable to me losing my job and a means of supplying for my family's welfare simply because I have reservations about, let's be honest, theirs is reporting over 21,000 deaths right now. So, yes. I mean, there is obviously risk. I know people personally that have been affected by it. So we're just expressing reservation.
What Tim is referring to is VAERS, is the vaccine adverse event statistics that's a mandatory, basically a mandatory thing for all the vaccine producers to report to this data bank, if you will. So what is the schedule for the next days, and what's going to happen on Saturday in Ottawa, and how's this thing supposed to play out? What is the game plan?
I'm just getting interrupted by phone calls, so please bear with me. I get a lot of phone calls.
No problem.
Are you still there?
Yes, we're still here. We can totally imagine how busy you must be.
Yeah, so I probably took about 400 or 500 phone calls in the last 5 days. Just so you're aware.
Oh my goodness! And thank you for taking the time today. We appreciate it.
No, it's all good. And I lost my train of thought. What's going on Saturday? Well, there's going to be 3 prongs entering into Ottawa. We have the western prong, British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario. We have the southern prong, that's southwestern Ontario from Windsor through to Kingston. And then we have the eastern prong, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick through Quebec, and then into Ontario to Ottawa. So they're going to converge, and from all accounts that I'm hearing, it's going to be a monster show, but we're trying to do a peaceful demonstration. We're trying to force the hand of government to reconsider the callous decisions that they're making and how it affects just a normal Joe Blow truck driver who brought everything that I ever owned to my house.
Yes, and at this point, we also want to say thank you to all the truckers for always, always showing up, and for now standing up for everyone. I mean, their livelihoods are threatened, but all of Canada's and subsequently the global livelihoods are threatened by these absolutely disproportional reactions by government and basically a tyrannical imposition, if you will. So what can people do on the ground as they are across Canada, as they are coming to Ottawa? What can they do on the ground, and what can people do from other places of the world that want to support this?
From a national standpoint, if you could go to the CanadaUnity.com site and continue to support us financially there at their GoFundMe page, because as this thing rolls out bigger, more resources are going to be needed to pay back some of these truckers who are footing the bill, and we anticipate paying them back in full tail. Any surplus is going to be allocated to our veterans. So there's integrity on that side of it, and on the ground, what we're proposing is you can greet the convoy, go prematurely to their place of refueling, offer food, support, help, finances, whatever you can do on that side of it. Cheer them on, lift their spirits, and any place that we can go where we know they're coming through, it's time to get off our couches, time to lend our support, time to open up our bank books if we have to, if it's within our means, time to give out, and then we're gonna reap the benefit when we get to the other side, and hopefully the government comes to their senses and concedes to this and allows us to carry on our business and supply a means of livelihood.
Amen to that, and a wonderful mission statement. Tim, do you all expect this to go beyond Saturday the 29th? What's going to happen? Are the truckers staying there? How long are they wanting to stay there? What's the idea here?
As it stands right now, I believe they're scheduled potentially to stay as late as the 4th of February.
Okay.
That's on the books, but in the event that they deem it necessary, I've been told they're going to stay for as long as it takes until these mandates, not just for the truckers, but until the mandates are ceased for all Canadians. And we're hoping this trickles down to other countries that are looking on.
Fantastic. We're in full support in any way we can. I would love to check back with you over the coming days. Maybe we can get some updates as you get them and keep our viewers informed. We really appreciate you taking the time. Again, everyone, if you feel inspired, if you can, go to the GoFundMe page. As Tim said, they have a pretty stringent process. This is not just money that's being thrown out. People apply for this, they show their receipts, and they get reimbursed. As you can imagine, Canada is a huge country. They travel from all parts of Canada. That costs a lot of money. My last question, Tim, is how's the support on the ground? From gas stations, restaurants, hotels, the establishments that basically are needed by the truckers? How's that going?
It is unbelievable. I cannot begin to tell you. I can't take all the calls. Like I said, I try to make the calls short. In this case, I'll make it long because we're getting the word out. But we try to be as abbreviated as possible and get as much information out. But it's just staggering, the degree of support. We've got a video from out west going through Medicine Hat, and people were lined up for as far as the eye could see on both sides of the road to meet the truckers, to greet them, to cheer them on. So, the momentum is starting to shift in our camp.
Beautiful, Tim. I have goosebumps. I've teared up multiple times today just watching the clips. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you to all the truckers and everyone involved in this. This is now a global movement as people are tuning in with their hearts, with their thoughts, and even with their finances. So thank you so much, Tim. We will be in touch. And everyone, keep going. Don't give up. We have a huge momentum right now, and freedom is alive, and freedom will be alive and well very soon again. Tim Coderre from Ontario, thank you so much for joining us today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Awesome, fantastic. Inspired Tribe, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back with more updates soon.
Right on. Thank you very much. Have a good day.